might have for the wide world of technology. Every Tuesday, we put up a call for questions on technobuffalo.com. You can leave your question in the post's comments. Otherwise, you can send it to me any time of the day or night on Twitter at technobuffalo or at Ashley Esqueda. That's my Twitter handle. Just use the hashtag AskTheBee so I can see it, and usually I'll answer between 3 and 5 questions every episode. Let's get answering. This is Ask the Buffalo. At Ved115 says, hey Ashley, what do you think about torrents and game piracy? Well, Ved, let me tell you what. I think that just because we can torrent things and because we can pirate them doesn't mean we should. Especially stuff like, for example, Game of Thrones. This is an episode by episode cost of $3 million an episode, and it's a really great show, and I would hate for it to not be able to continue because all of us wanted it for free. At the end of the day, it is content that somebody made and somebody worked really hard on. And I know that with movies or with games, you think to yourself, oh, Angelina Jolie made $20 million making this movie. She doesn't need my $20. But you've got to remember that there are crew members on that movie who have families to feed, and they don't make $20 million for a movie. They don't even make $20 million in a lifetime. So for me, I would say game piracy and torrents, no bueno, don't do it, unless, let's see, never. Lewis asks, hey Ashley, is it worth getting the Moto G over the Nexus 5? On one hand, the Nexus 5 has better specs, but the Moto G looks pretty good and is only $199 for 16 gigabytes, whereas the Nexus 5 is $349. This is a really good question. I think a lot of people have been asking this, like, what should I get, a Moto G or a Nexus 5? So the Nexus 5 is running KitKat, so you're getting the latest version of Android, but the Moto G, they're saying, is gonna get KitKat in January, so you're not really missing out on that. I would say that if you're okay with having a mid-range device for a year or 2 years, you're totally cool with getting a Moto G. I don't see the problem with it. I think it's actually a really great, not a burner device, but it's definitely a great device where you can buy it and feel comfortable about the fact that if it breaks, it's okay because, it was only a couple $100. You didn't pay $629 for it like you would an iPhone off contract. This is a great deal. However, I will say the Nexus 5 is a really nice device. And if you enjoy having that sort of Nexus experience, if you like LG as opposed to Motorola's build quality, of course, those are all things that come into play. Also, don't forget, the Moto G does not have LTE, and the Nexus 5 does. So that is a pretty big decision maker for you. If you have LTE, if you're in an area that has LTE, you might want the Nexus 5. Josh says, hey Ashley, what are you going to be doing with your PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 now that the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are here? Are there any current generation games you still want this year or even in the future? I'm still playing games on current gen platforms. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5, huge, amazing. I still want to play it. So I'm still going to be playing that on Xbox. And on top of that, Diablo 3, hello everybody, Diablo 3 console, super amazing. I have it for PlayStation 3, so I won't be retiring my PlayStation 3 until the Ultimate Evil Edition of Diablo 3 comes out sometime next year with Reaper of Souls expansion. I saw it at BlizzCon and it was amazing and I had a super great time playing it on the PS4, so I highly recommend that if you can still be into current gen games, but I think for now we may have to start stacking them at home in our entertainment center, all of the new consoles, because I still have things I want to play on current gen. Interrupting the show for a second to talk about our sponsor, Forza Motorsport 5. I got to see Forza Motorsport 5 in person at E3 earlier this year, and man, this game is some serious driving business. It takes advantage of the connected capabilities of Xbox One, delivering features that could only be possible via Forza Motorsport 5's Drivatar technology. The power of the cloud turns around real human behavior by learning how you and your friends drive, then also creates an evolving network of opponents who are always ready to compete. And this is my favorite part, when you leave your house, your profile still works for you by racing against other players in the cloud and earning you in-game credits in the process. That's right. Forza Motorsport 5 is going to learn how you race, then race just like you when you got to leave your Xbox One for more boring things, like work. Work, who needs it? If you haven't seen what Forza Motorsport 5 looks like, you are in for a treat. The cars and tracks are crazy realistic. Hand-stitched leather, the light reflecting off a perfect coat of paint, brushed metal rims, and let me tell you, the tracks are just as perfectly rendered as the cars. These are living, breathing worlds you'll be racing through on race day, people. Gorgeous, gorgeous sights and sounds for anyone who's a fan of racing. If you are ready to race, Forza Motorsport 5 will be available on November 22nd, available only on Xbox One. Well, that's it for this week's Ask the Buffalo. Thank you so much for watching. Please give the show a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. We always appreciate that. And check us out at technobuffalo.com for all the latest and greatest tech news. Until next week, I'm Ashley Esqueda. See you guys next time.
What's up everyone, John here. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, I certainly hope you did. Click on the subscribe button right under me in my pants region to get tons more tech videos from Techno Buffalo. We've got awesome unboxings, comparisons, reviews, recaps, and everything else you can think of in the tech world right here on the channel. Join the herd today! If you want to check out some more content, just click right over this way to see some other recent videos. See you guys next time.